thought I'd just take a minute here to show everyone my three-part organizational system for how I organize all my role-playing stuff. The first part is long-term storage. It's a file box. Has hanging file folders in it. Includes pretty much all old information from old games, old characters, old notebooks, old notes, anything from old games that I keep in case I'd like to eventually go back to those games at some point and run through those games. Those get stored there. The second piece is what I call my prep kit. It's pretty much my GM only bag. Take a minute here about these bags. I can't tell you where to get them. I have no idea. My sister-in-law got them at a card show. I'm assuming they're made by Thule. That's what it says here. It's Swedish. It's called a Go-Bin, I guess. This is Hyundai branded. Again, it came from a car show. So if you want to look for one, fine, whatever. I couldn't really tell you where to get it. This bag pretty much contains notebooks, anything that I have notes in, like my world notes for my world that I game in, notes for the campaign I'm currently running, extra paper, some graph paper for making maps, folders with old stuff in them, things that I might need for whatever, things like that, stuff that I'm working for my current session. Then I have things for drawing, like rulers, a T-square, smaller rulers, triangle, scissors, that sort of thing for doing that stuff. I do keep a electronic thesaurus handy for when I'm writing my games, in case I need that for any reason, if I'm getting stuck for a word. Pretty much that's my prep kit. That's what I use pretty much for prepping my games. That, for the most part, just gets stuck here in the house and off in the corner, and I pretty much only use it here. The main bag, though, is my game bag. This is the one that's got everything that I need to run a game. Same bag as the other one. This one in the back here has all of my books. Core book, you can tell it's had a little bit of wear and tear. Advanced Player's Guide, Bestiary, Game Master Guide, and the most awesome Game Master screen I've ever seen. If I pick up another book soon, I'll probably end up sacrificing the Game Master Guide and putting that in my prep kit because I really won't need this to run a game. But for now, it's in there. My side pockets here, I have Post-its, index cards, notepads, things like that if we need to pass notes during the game. And this one here, I also have blank note cards in case anybody wants to draw pictures of their characters or anything like that. I have a stapler. You never know when you might need one of those. And then this is something that I wanted to mention. Let me give you an idea of how I use this here. These are just some cardstock that I got out of my wife's scrapbooking kit. And what I do is I have the character's name on the front of the card and the character's name on the back with AC hit points. And I just hang them on the screen. And I will put on both the front and the back whatever their current initiative is, so everyone can see what the initiative order is, and then I can keep track of hit points on the back so I know if they're getting close to dying or not. Just something that I was using for a little while. I probably won't be using them for much longer because I did just get this as part of my Christmas gifts. This is, again, it's another scrapbooking tool to use to organize stickers, but I'm using it for my combat pad. One of the coolest new things I've found, you can write character names on and enemy names on the little magnets, and so you can then move them to ready or delay if they're choosing to. Keep track of them in order there. Then you have these round, turn, and next round magnets. You can put next round below your final combatant. Turn, you can see whose current turn it is, and round, you can denote which round. In the notes section, you can write down anything, ongoing conditions, sickened, haste, anything like that, or keep track of your monstrous hit points there. One of my things I do plan on doing is this All these magnets is the ones that came with the pad, as well as an extra magnet pack. This is the scraps from the magnets. I plan at some point on cutting these apart and making status markers out of these, which I will then use on the pad to go next to the different character names if they do have different statuses, like sickened or frightened or staggered or anything like that. Another thing that I have in here for something similar is if the notes section isn't big enough, I do have a small little dry erase pad that I keep to write anything like that on, or anything that I don't need to keep permanent, that I don't want to waste paper on. I will put it here on the dry erase. Also in here I have notebook for my party's notes. This is the notebook that they keep for themselves, so that they know what's been going on in the game, keeping track of treasure, things like that. I keep that in case someone doesn't happen to show up. We still have a continuous log of what's going on for everybody to see. And there we go. Put it in there. And back here I have notebooks, or rather folders. This is my Pathfinder Society folder. This is one I use for myself. It's got characters, society, scenarios, things like that in there. This is my session prep notebook. I keep this one in this bag because I never know when I need to throw something together quickly. This is just basically like an NPC character sheet template that I've printed out, and a monster template that I printed out. Again, this is just something I need to throw together on the fly while I'm running. That's why I keep it in here. This is old NPCs and monster templates on cards, as well as smaller NPC sheets and other NPC sheets that are in here, and in case I need to pull out an old NPC or monster during a game. These are old notes. This is pretty much how I organize my sessions. There's a couple of old scrap maps and things that I've thrown together, things like that. But pretty much the way I run my sessions, I do on notebook paper. Do a basic outline, basically what's going to happen. This isn't like a railroady thing. This is just what's going to happen no matter what the PCs do, so that I'm prepared for whatever they end up doing. These are old ones I keep around in case we need to research those or use them for reference. This is just a folder full of random things that I use throughout the game. Here is a sheet of actions that can be done in combat. I put this out on the table so that everyone can use it. This is some notes that other players have given me. There's kind of like a basic map. Yes, I'm kind of sad. That's my world is based on Earth, but that kind of gives them an idea of how the countries are laid out. Party tracking sheet where I keep all the information for the parties in there. Something that should be in there, which I think is causing problems up here. Something that I just mentioned on episode 10 of season 4 of the Happy Jacks podcast is a name tint. Something that I use. This happens to be from one of my players. I hand these out. So everybody writes their name on. They stick it out in front of them so everybody can see what the characters' names are, and you don't have the problem of everyone calling each other by their actual name instead of character name. You don't have a whole lot of, hey Kevin, hey Maria, hey Rob, hey whatever. You can actually have your different players calling each other by their character names as opposed to their real names. Up front here, this is kind of different things. I've got 2 dice bags full of dice, including my dice bag that I got for Christmas from tartantags.com. 100% wool in an authentic Scottish tartan. That's a pretty cool bag. Here on the right hand side, right here I have my different decks that I also got for Christmas that I'll be using throughout the game. It's in a index card box that I took the top off of. It keeps everything nice and neat in there so they don't fall around. Here I have my spare pencils, erasers, and things for the game, so they keep those all nice and neat. That slides in right there. This is a bag full of marbles, just standard glass marbles. I use those to hand out for hero points, markers, anything that might be needed throughout the game for various reasons. These are my miniatures. It's just a bunch of plastic toys that came from the local dollar store. I have Indians, I have cowboys, I have firemen, policemen. There's even some bugs and dinosaurs and things in there to use as monsters. They're cheap, $1 a bag. Easy way to throw them on the table without having to spend your life savings to have miniatures on the table. Those are pretty simple. Up here in the front is my stash of dry erase markers. Lots of different colors. I do try to keep around a small tipped one for keeping notes, like on the combat pad or on the other dry erase. I do have a dry erase eraser for that. This one over here is just random little office supply things: tape, staple remover, a couple of these little clips. The clips come in handy if I need a bigger screen. I can pull out some of these folders, take a clip them on the bottom, flip up the ends. You got a nice wide base to hold those up as an extra GM screen if you need to do that. I think that's pretty much it. I do not have much else here to go through, but organization is a good way to make sure that you get everything done easily and without too much hassle. I hope it helps people out. Thanks a lot.